Hello everyone, and welcome to the 5th episode of Moxham Trails. Right now you can see that the view of Moxham Point is almost completely obscured. Take a good look at it, because on my next trip, those trees are coming down. But that's not why we're here today. On this visit, the plan is for Joe and I to try riding the trail that I carved out on my last trip. Who's Joe, you ask? Joe and I met in college about 21 years ago, but we really got to know each other a few years after college when we were both looking for new apartments and we decided to room together. Since then, Joe has become one of my best friends. He even officiated my wedding. But Joe's most recent influence on my life has been getting me back into mountain biking. He and his fiancée Katie have taken up the sport, and that's gotten me riding again after a 10-year hiatus. Joe and I watch a lot of the same YouTube channels, so we have similar mindsets when it comes to trail building. I've been looking forward to showing him the property and hearing what he thinks. The weather for this weekend is not looking great, so we started the trip with low expectations and a plan to take full advantage of every break between storms. It was overcast but dry when we arrived, so of course we wanted to jump right on our bikes and go for a ride. But we needed to set up camp, and that included a quick carpentry project. I bought a picnic table kit from Home Depot and spent the last few days applying several coats of polyurethane to each piece. Now it's time to put it together.
There we go.
I've been wrapped up in confusion, been tied down to my bed, suffering some illusion. I'm out of my head, it's insane. Took my brain and ran away. And now, hey, I'm a zero from outer space.
Now, my wife has been known to dance on a table from time to time, so I had to make sure that this one was up to snuff.
Okay, we've got camp pretty much set up. This is our kitchen tent with the picnic table inside. And then I'm going to be sleeping in this tonight. It's a bigger tent than the one Ethan and I crashed in. I decided that I wanted a little bit more room inside to change my clothes. And Joe's actually going to be sleeping inside his truck with the back seats down. He's got 8 feet to just pass out. And it's starting to rain, so Joe and I are going to venture into the woods.
We started our walk along the trail, and although our plan was to see what work it needed, we were constantly distracted by all the amazing nature around us. These are reishi mushrooms, locally known as hemlock varnish shelf mushrooms. And in addition to being gorgeous, they have some very interesting medicinal properties. And the slugs seem to like them too. If you're interested in learning more, I'll leave a link to an informative video at the end of this episode. There are also wild berries growing all over the property, mostly raspberries, but some strawberries too. These daisies caught Joe's eye, but this little guy stole the show. I've seen these red newts on multiple visits now, so I need to be careful where I step when hiking in the woods. When we got back to the clearing, we took a break for lunch, and the picnic table was a huge help. There are a lot of other things I could have bought with that $100, but I think the table was a crucial addition to the camp. After eating, we went back in the woods with the chainsaw to cut a few trees that were in the way of the trail. Unfortunately, we had issues with the camera and only got this one clip.
So Joe and I just finished, and we're both pretty hot and sweaty. I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you a new little contraption I've got for the camp. This is your common sprayer. Picked this up at Home Depot for like $15, but I adapted the hose to a standard kitchen sink sprayer. And so I haven't tried this yet, but the concept is that I should just be able to pump this up, and I should get enough pressure just to rinse my head off and my neck and dry off with a towel. Great for the beach, or of course, in this case, post-ride shower. Oh, that's actually really nice. That's good pressure. Perfect.
Joe wasn't convinced at first, but after trying it, he became a fan and plans to make one and leave it in his car for after long rides. We finished just in time because a few minutes later the real rain started, and it didn't let up until it was too late to do anything except eat dinner and go to sleep. Hey everybody, it is morning and it's fairly wet out here. It kind of sprinkled all night, not a heavy rain, but enough to cover everything. I don't think that's going to slow us down at all.
My feet go boom, 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 boom. My heart beats boom, 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 boom. Heart speed goes zoom, 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 zoom. My feet go boom, boom, boom. Walking away from you. That's what I'm gonna do. I got the same old shoes with a new attitude. Why would I sing the blues for you? I said, hey, you can't stop me, 'cause my pain, is gasoline. I can't wait, but nobody, if you break my heart, is 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom.
And now for Ethan's Moxham moment.
Hey everybody, it's Ethan, and I'm going to be telling you about berms. A berm is a banked turn. They can be made out of dirt, or wood, or even rocks. Berms out mountain bikers go fast around turns. This is the little berm that me and my dad built. Want to watch me ride it? We're gonna make lots of berms at Moxham Trails. Well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Ethan. So what's the verdict for this visit? Well, I think adding the picnic table alone is a huge improvement. As for the trail, it's not only rideable, but it's fun, and that's going to give me a big boost in confidence moving forward. There are a few turns that are too sharp, and we'll probably be building some of our own berms in the near future. But for now, most of the attention I give the trail is going to focus on extending it and eventually making a loop. So I guess the only question left to ask is, what did Joe think of the place?
I don't think I have a Moxham moment, but that trail's awesome.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.